long-awaited conversation. I'm so glad to have you here finally.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here, like a game show host.
Always.
And we're back. This is Jeyce Jessup.
Hi there.
The youngest. No. Are you the youngest nephew? I don't fucking know now. He's the oldest of the youngest?
Yeah, because technically Vash and Dakari too.
How old are you? Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Such a fresh soul.
Yeah.
Yet so tainted.
Yeah.
You've lived a fucked up life.
No, it's not too bad.
It's not fucked up, but it's very it's a little twisted.
Just a lot of shit I can't do.
A lot. A lot of shit. I feel like all that shit's gonna be a very let's just say being an adult's gonna be. I don't know, man.
It's not too bad so far.
Yeah.
Get up every day, go to work, deal with people I don't want to talk to every day.
It sounds about normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all make jokes about what Jeyce is gonna have to use to cope with everything.
Yeah.
Because we all have alcohol.
Yeah.
And weed for the most part, but you do not.
I do not.
I've always been curious as to what goes on in the head.
Well, let's see.
You witness everybody's highs and drunks.
Yeah, I see a lot of lows, a lot of highs.
Yeah, you do, man.
Don't have the greatest memory, actually. Due to lots of head injuries at a young age.
That's alright. I don't have a good memory either. Mine are just not there. I don't know.
Like, I used to be really good about it, but...
About the memories?
Now I just don't remember anything after a little bit.
I think it's like, it might be a
coping mechanism?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Of like a subconscious block.
Well...
Your subconscious is like, yeah, this isn't important, dude.
Yeah, I can't drink to get past anything. I can't smoke anything. I don't vape. I don't do any of that.
So this is the first... You were the first case I've ever heard of a scenario like this.
So, for those who don't know, I have a rare, or used to be rare, disease called mastocytosis. It's an autoimmune disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So, all it is that a normal person produces histamines when they react to any kind of illness, sickness, allergies. Like, the reason you start sneezing or you kind of feel stuffed up is because your body's producing histamines to get rid of something.
So you're talking about your body's ability to fight shit?
Yeah, my body doesn't have that.
Doodle. He looked at me like, fuck you, man. Why you gotta bring it up? I'm going over here.
That's the other side.
Fucking asshole.
Hi there.
Sorry.
No, that's good. But, I don't have the ability to fight. I've almost died quite a few times from different things in my life.
Really?
Yeah. I was hospitalized for like 2 weeks when I was in 7th grade, because someone was spraying Axe in the locker room, and I'm allergic to alcohol, and Axe has a high content of alcohol in it.
You just walk into the locker room, and I shouldn't be laughing. Just passes out.
I went through like the whole school day too, and at this time my school got out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had PE in my first class of the day. So the entire day, at the end, my mom came to pick me up, and I was just completely swollen, was having issues breathing, and I was like, hey, I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah, I don't feel so hot.
And so my mom immediately was like, we're going to the hospital. That's not good.
That's crazy. I can kind of understand what the disease is in and of itself.
Yeah.
What effect would alcohol have?
So, I'm deathly allergic to alcohol.
It's just an allergy.
So, if it's on my skin and stuff, I get a rash that goes all over, it swells up. And the issue is that when I ingest it, it has the same exact reaction on the inside as well. So my throat would close.
Awesome.
It's like the worst death.
Suffocation. Everything it lines is getting fucked up. Jesus Christ.
So, I can't do nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
It's another allergy of mine. I'm technically not supposed to do any narcotics or no drugs, none of that, no weed, nothing, because we don't know how it's going to react to me.
Sure.
I can't take really any opiates, can't take any pain
that's not
relievers.
Such a bad thing.
Well, I can't take ibuprofen.
Okay,
no
now
aspirin.
I'm upset. Now you said the I word, I'm upset.
I can only take Tylenol. So, like, I cracked my head open when I was, 16? And it was a baseball bat that hit me.
Oof.
And so I had to go to the hospital. As soon as we got there, they were like, "Oh, what's your issue? Like, we don't see you're not really hurt, kind of standing up. And I had a towel on my head, so I took it off. And they're like, "That's a lot of blood everywhere."
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you are. Let's go sit down.
Yep. So they ended up going, "Oh, you can't take anything. We can't clean your head normally." So they just did a saline solution.
Sure.
Just to get like whatever's on top off.
Just water.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then they stapled my head shut.
Sober.
Without any pain relievers.
Completely sober.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, I'd be pissed.
The first nurse messed up the first time. So the doctor had to come in and remove them right away. And then redo it. And I had to get an extra staple in after that.
Sweet.
So that was all no pain relievers. That was... Because even if they gave me a Tylenol, they're not going to wait for it to take effect because I'm bleeding.
Right.
So it was like you're fine. I think it was like 9 staples in the end.
I mean, I'm assuming that your body probably went into shock.
No, I was awake the entire time. I sat there.
All your pain receptors and everything were doing that?
Yeah, I was still feeling everything. It sucked.
Perfect. It sucked. It was not pleasant.
No.
Oh, fuck, man.
Like,
that's insane.
Every morning I'm supposed to wake up, take an antihistamine, which is literally any... I could take. I used to take Singulair, which is just a allergy medication. Now I take Zyrtec on occasions and stuff like that.
Zyrtec's have always treated me good.
It's okay. But
so you've never have you, without telling anybody, dabbled in anything?
No, not really a need to, not really a want.
That's crazy, man. I think at such a young age, you having such an amazing control is like
the most I do is I have a decent amount of energy drinks and stuff like that.
Which was my next question.
Yeah, like even right now I'm drinking one.
You don't feel at all like there's something in there?
No.
I personally, and it's just my belief without any knowledge behind it, but if your fucking body can put up with those
easily,
then I feel like maybe you've healed a little bit or something. Or...
Like one point in high school, I was drinking like the Bang energy drinks.
Yeah.
I'd have like 3 of those a day.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. There's a lot of shit in those.
Yeah, well, like right now I'm drinking a Reign, and I like these because the BCAA's in them.
And if your body doesn't have the ability to fight diseases,
yeah, well, it's fine.
Have you guys done any looking into it since you've gotten older?
Well, I know that. So when I was born, there was
Can't you get your white blood cells checked? Can't you do? Is that a thing?
Well, mine's not in my... It's my disease. My body doesn't produce any histamines whatsoever.
Is that not the same thing?
So with mine, most people, they have like Devlin.
Told you I didn't know shit.
This guy sucks. He produces twice the amount of a normal person.
Of course he does.
I don't produce any. Oh, 3 times. Sorry.
3 times. By the way, I fucking love your mustache, dude. That thing is awesome. I fucking love it. It makes me happy.
But, so yeah, he produces 3 times the normal amount. I don't produce any whatsoever. So at a young age, we're going to do an allergy test with my doctor.
I think your mom told me about this a little bit.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of like tests on your back and shit.
Well, like the first test is that they rub histamines on you. Because a normal person is just going to be like nothing ever happened. It's almost like rubbing water on you. They rubbed some on me, and I had a full-blown rash across my arm, and I was like, oh, that's not a good sign.
Hey, probably don't do that.
Yeah, so it was, they started doing, I had to go to a facility, because my doctor wouldn't do it anymore, and the facility had to, it was 12 sections they sectioned my back into. Normally they do, I think it's 32, and you have to go, like, over 2 weeks. I had to go over months.
I've wanted to do this for so long. I know it sounds strange, but...
Yeah, you want to get tested?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I would love to see what allergies and what foods disagree and...
Yeah.
It'd
probably be fucking what?
I
What?
heard I want to get tested. I thought you meant for autism. I didn't hear the rest of it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I could probably use one of them too.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be involved in this.
That's all right. It's all right. Oh man. Tested? Do you think I should be tested for autism, Devlin?
I thought you said you needed to be.
That'd be a hell of a speed bump to get to at 35.
Right?
Oh, by the way, I'm autistic. Everybody's gonna be like, "Duh, we could have told you that."
Well, we all knew already.
Yeah.
Like...
You just found out? Huh? Yeah, awesome. So I'm not going to be tested. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody else's input.
Yeah, that'd be a rough one to learn later on. Just, yeah, so I knew, and everyone's like, yeah, we already knew. Like, we could have told you.
We've known since he was 17. We just didn't tell him.
We thought he knew as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. Anyway, so you got tested.
yeah, and it was like a 3-month thing for me. I just had to go back. It was twice a week, and I had some really bad reactions to certain things, and they would just have to stop for the entire day. It'd be like almost instantaneous. I'd start swelling up, and they'd be like, "And we're done. Like, come back in a few days."
Is this where you guys got the list of shit?
Yeah, like I have my biggest list, which has some really messed up things on it.
Yeah, I've read it.
Like
I read it every time I'm standing in front of the fridge.
Like I'm allergic to most insect stings, most animal bites, like venoms and stuff like that. But then I'm also allergic to anti-venoms and most...
Perfect. All the life-saving shit.
Yeah, if I get bit by a snake, I'm kind of fucked, huh?
So, I think, actually one of the things I don't know why it just popped into my head, but like pesticides,
Well,
will those fuck you?
probably. I try not to do anything with them.
Well, you don't need to necessarily
Yeah.
because your dad grows most of the
Yeah,
shit
he
that you
does
guys
all
eat.
the stuff.
And that, because like if I get vegetables from the store
Mm-hmm.
and I don't wash them correctly,
Yeah.
I can have a dry salad, dude. I'll be shitting myself for days.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I supposed to be okay with this? I'm trying to eat healthy. But,
Well, like, I don't
Those-
have too many food-related allergies, thankfully.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, that's like, most of my stuff's like drug-related,
oh, that's,
which I work in a pharmacy, so that's a great thing to have.
yeah, man, you're bending fucking physics there. God, that's impressive.
Um,
Why the fuck did you tell them about that when they hired you?
it was actually part of our things, because they have a whole thing about if you've ever had an issue with anything in the past, because they won't be able to hire you. And I was like, I literally can't take anything here. Like,
You just marked the whole thing down as yes.
I was like, antibiotics, I got those.
Yeah.
can take those.
Damn.
Have a small bottle of Tylenol I can take. Can't take the fun one, which is a Tylenol with codeine, because I can't do codeine.
No purple for you.
No.
God damn it. When was all that? At what age? Not when you got your job, but
No, like, when I did all my testing and all that, that was like
That's-
from...
that's pretty early on.
I was like 10 years old we started.
Yeah.
And we've done it like twice since then. So it was like 16 was I think my last one we ever did.
And it still stands the same?
Yeah, like
well, at
there's
16 it did.
Yeah, there's certain things that are different.
Yeah.
Like I had a shellfish allergy, and that's gone down quite a
I
bit.
don't feel like that's abnormal. I feel like a lot of people
Well,
have that one.
shellfish for me is odd because I'm not allergic to it, like the shellfish itself.
Right.
It's the fact that fish normally they produce their own amount of histamines,
Mhm.
and I'm allergic to that factor of them.
What a fucker.
So like certain things I can do, like I can eat most fish now. I can't do lobster.
That's
Lobster kills me.
it's overpriced anyway.
Crab is normally fine, but I don't do too much of it anyways.
Right.
Which really sucks because I love seafood.
Seafood is good. Seafood is good. Do you anticipate doing more of this in the future to figure
I
out
might eventually do another test,
to keep track of it?
but the whole thing is that the reason we were testing is because they said that during a study that for those that did survive into I think it's like their 30s with my disease, they eventually grew out of the disease.
You're right, and that's kind of where I was headed.
But the issue that they were having is that people started redeveloping their stuff again at an older age than that. So it's like almost like it comes back, but it comes back with a vengeance almost.
So basically, you're gonna have like 30 years to do everything.
If I want to.
Well, You're gonna
But
want to.
Probably not gonna.
You don't think so?
No. There's not a true want for it.
I don't fucking blame you one bit, dude. Wholeheartedly.
Like, I've seen everyone around me do everything, so...
I mean, I think that might be a blessing and a curse. The fact that you've got to witness
Yeah.
the highs and the lows pretty consistently, too, because obviously our family is hardly ever sober.
Yeah. It's a thing.
To whichever degree you'd like to take that.
Hey, I got my driver's license, I think the very next day I had to go drive my mom somewhere,
See?
because she was,
A little tipsy.
just a tab, it was a
Yeah.
celebration.
Keep it together.
Our family brought their own weed kit over so they could smoke weed at our place when we make dinner.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me one bit. I don't smoke weed, but I did, however, grow up in a time where kids were allowed in bars.
Yeah, see, there
I mean,
you
they
go.
still are,
Yeah,
but
just no drinking or anything, but
uh,
as long as they don't get caught.
I mean, listen, man, I used to sneak a lot of liquor out of the
Yeah, that's what
cabinet.
I said.
So,
Like, it's just, I've never had a want to do anything, and that's the issue.
that's not an issue.
Well, I mean, just like, other people are like, oh, you should test this, you should do this, and I'm like, don't really want to, like...
Do you think, once you find out you're okay, would you try it just once to say?
I don't really think so either, because I just don't care enough. I tend to be pretty relaxed nowadays.
Nothing wrong with
already.
that. You are a little abnormally relaxed.
When I was younger, I used to
It's a
have
little
really
unnerving.
bad... Well, I used to have really bad anger issues when I was growing up.
Really?
Really bad. And it's led to fights, and almost got expelled one time.
How did I miss all this?
I was in 2nd grade.
Oh, yeah, okay, well,
Me and 2 friends got into a fight with a bunch of 6th graders.
I was still trying to figure out if I was autistic.
See, there you go. But like, when I got into my first fight, it was in 2nd grade, and we sent, I think it was like 3 of them had to go to the hospital.
God
The
damn.
guys we fought.
Mm-hmm.
And they were 6th graders. They were a lot bigger than us. But me and my friend Jonathan at the time, big ass kids. Okay? We were like, oh, we're in 2nd grade, but we're already the size of you guys.
So, we're gonna fuck you up.
They were picking on one of our other friends. We're like, yeah, we're gonna kick your ass real quick. And then we did. Like, we won the fight, technically. And the 6th graders got expelled. But that was just because they were beating up some 2nd graders. Even though 2nd graders won. So, instead of getting expelled, because we were technically defending ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
we were instead given in-school suspension for 2.5 weeks.
God, I don't miss that.
No, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah. Just go sit in a fucking empty room.
But, like, I had a few other fights outside of school after that.
Did you?
I did. Never told my parents about most of those.
Whoops.
As long as they don't listen to this podcast, I'll be good.
Yep, Season, if you're listening, this is all allegedly.
It's allegedly.
Allegedly.
I do have a knife from one of the fights.
You're not helping your case.
No. It's actually a knife I quite like.
Oh.
But, like, I kind of chilled out.
Kinda?
Kinda. Do get angry every once in a while, but I've gotten pretty good at controlling myself.
I really, really hate to say it this way, but I'm going to say it this way, as I'd be a little interested to see that.
What, a fight?
No, just
Oh.
some spark out of you.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as everything's concerned, you and I have never really had too much of an interactive relationship.
Yeah, just, like,
It's
been
here,
there.
it's touch and go.
Yeah. I'm usually just in the background of everything, watching everything.
Yeah, I know, it's creepy. I know, when I'm over there, I'm like, Jeyce is judging me right now.
Always quiet.
Yeah, always quiet. No, I just don't know, when it comes down to everything, I really don't know a whole lot about you, so.
Yeah. Like, growing up, I did have a few times where I just didn't want to be here, really. Didn't want to be around anyone. Was kind of depressed. Kind of led to some not good thoughts.
Well, I can only imagine after getting that kind of news,
Yeah.
you're going to go through some motion.
So, like, I think the time that really hit me is that my doctor was talking to us and was telling us how technically a lot of people with my disorder, my disease,
Mm-hmm.
don't normally make it past, like, 13, 14. They normally die before then.
Because of...
Just anything that could happen. And so it was like, oh. So I'm, like, 11 when she told me this.
Right, you're like, awesome. Thank you for the fucking timeline.
Led to a lot of not great thoughts at that time.
No.
Almost an attempt to, stop everything. Put it as that.
Yep.
And
It's
then
understandable.
After a while, it ended up just me thinking about that. If I did just disappear, there's people that are going to be really sad about that. Mainly Devlin, I feel. Devlin loves me.
Primarily Devlin.
I'm here for him. Mom would probably be sad. Dad would be sad. Grandparents cry. Whatever.
Thing, you help me with the mortgage.
See? I help him with mortgage. He's definitely going to miss me.
God, that got dark.
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
But so it led to me thinking about other people to be like, oh, well, if I'm gone, I don't want others to be sad for that. Like, that'd be a bad thing. And so I kind of just thought about others and then was like, okay, guess it's not really something I need to think about.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's an extremely selfless way of looking at it, man.
Yeah, it's always how I've thought about it. Like, I do have low points, I do have high points.
How?
Whatever.
I mean, what? I mean, I'm on the other end of that. I mean, no, I guess I'm not. I don't think about it so specifically, but when I have, the only other thought that I had is that somebody's gonna have to deal with this.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, that's also something. Someone's gonna have to see me like that
Right.
before.
Yeah,
anything.
I don't necessarily care though on an individual basis.
See, I thought of it like if Devlin would have walked in on me, not breathing, or I don't want to know how he's gonna deal with that.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I feel like it's super deep, and we're not going to get into the conversation. But on some other level or dimension or whatever the fuck the case is, if I gotta stand there and watch,
Yeah,
and see that, yeah, it's gonna be exponential. That's gonna be my hell.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gonna be
much worse.
That's gonna be my hell for sure.
So like,
I can see see where you're at there.
I always thought from other perspectives.
Well,
like-
that's nice of you.
Even in my job when I'm working, a lot of like I'm a pharmacy technician. I see people as drug addicts most of the time, but that's just because we see you every whatever days you're getting medications that we don't really think that everyone needs.
Do you have a select crowd that you can tell is a problem?
So in school, we're trained to look for different aspects on people.
Yeah.
Like, if you truly are addicted, we're supposed to contact the doctor and have a talk with them. And so, like, we do this on occasion.
So you guys can dictate.
We'll see certain things and we'll be like, hey, this needs to change. Like, this person, it's affecting their life and we can see it. Like, we also look out for other things in people. Like, a few weeks ago, we had a girl come in.
Mm-hmm.
We've known her for a long time. She's a younger lady. Had bruises all over her this time. And we're like, hey, is something happening?
What's going on? Yeah.
And so we had to talk to her, and we ended up learning that she was having issues at home with her father. And so we had to make a lot of phone calls.
Yeah, that needs to be addressed.
So we're trained to look at all sorts of different things. We're supposed to be able to be the people you can talk to.
Pharmacist?
Retail pharmacy.
No
I'm
shit.
always there. We're trained to be able to talk to people and figure out if there's really an issue underlying.
How many people actually know about this?
A lot of our patients are pretty open to talking.
No, I know, but this isn't something that's like openly advertised, is it?
No, it's just we're always there to be talked to. Like, if there really is an issue.
But you're trained that way.
We're
That's-
trained to look for things.
That's fucking wild. Because I certainly wouldn't expect to go to Walgreens to get my fucking codeine and be like, hey man.
See, I will say, a lot of people aren't there for it. Like, at our pharmacy, we're always open to it. We're like, hey, we're trained to do this. Like, this is part of our jobs, technically. A lot of people don't think about that.
Is there something you'd like to say, Doodle? That's fucking crazy because I have known over the years a handful of pharmacy techs.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I'm trying not to be as rude as possible, but for one, they're fucking miserable.
Yeah, it's a terrible job. I see a lot of violence.
Okay, well, on that note, we're not going to specify where.
It is rough on people.
Also, I never would have guessed that you guys are there for any kind of a.
Yeah, we're supposed to look out for the patient.
Yeah,
We're
that's.
supposed to always be there.
Is that like ethical training?
A lot of it's like when we're looking for addiction and stuff, we're supposed to be there to be able to talk to the patient about it.
I see. That's a
Like-
fucked up position.
Yeah,
Because they're not.
a lot of people aren't really like if we do find addiction, they're not happy to hear that.
I was gonna say if somebody's there to get what they're addicted to,
Mm-hmm.
they're sure as fuck not gonna want to
So
talk
like
to you about it.
that's why we have to talk to the doctor about it first. We have to.
Do you guys make those phone calls like incognito or?
Yeah, we do it on our time when the patient's not there.
Okay. So
Because
you
it'd
don't,
be really rough. Patients right there watching. You're like,
You don't-
so about so and so.
you don't tell them you're like, I'm gonna have to go call your doctor
Yeah,
because
it's-
you look like shit.
Yeah, it's us talking to the doctor to make sure that they're on the same page as us,
Mm-hmm.
and then the doctor can make a call to them if they need to,
That's crazy, man.
and have that talk because that's a serious talk that we shouldn't technically be having. We'd prefer if the doctor, the one that they have to see about everything, is the one to go in depth with them about it.
Do you have any statistics about like how often you guys stop a potential addiction?
You know, I will say it's not too often. Like, I don't work in the greatest of neighborhoods,
Right.
but it's not as bad as I feel like some places make it out to be. Like, I see some people that they're like, oh no, I need my pain meds, but you can see that they're also physically in pain, like broken limbs, or they're using crutches, or
What intersection do you work at?
51st and Cactus.
It's not that fucking
It's
bad.
not the worst. That's
That's
why I said
not
it's
that
not the worst.
Yeah, it's not that fucking bad.
But I know people that work in like a
People are over dramatic though because all the shit's kind of moved north.
yeah.
But
It's
is
not
what it
bad.
is. No.
Like it's not the 100% greatest neighborhood.
51st and Northern?
Northern's bad.
No, what would you say?
Cactus.
Cactus. You can tell I'm listening. Sorry.
Like I'd say if you go past Cactus, it gets a little worse. Like Peoria, all that stuff.
Oh, a
Like
little
the
bit farther south.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets worse and worse.
Yeah,
Like,
I won't disagree with
I'm in
that.
the middle. It's like the cut, like where it starts getting better.
That was always my thought was like Cactus or Thunderbird North.
Yeah.
But
But like you see a lot of different people when you work in pharmacy.
Mm.
A lot of people that are like Adderall. I don't like Adderall. There's a select amount of people that should be on Adderall.
I would like to try it.
It's
Isn't it like 2% of society?
not. There's very limited people that should be on Adderall.
I've heard good things.
It's a lot of people are in it for certain effects.
Oh,
It is a derivative of meth. It's amphetamine, dextroamphetamine. So
okay. I'll try it on the weekend.
Try it on the weekend, come down on Tuesday.
It might fucking help me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how
So-
quickly the backyard gets done.
What if you just like drop down? Like it turns out you needed Adderall this whole time.
Oh, that'd be fucking great, man. I've heard a lot of good things about how it helps your focus ability.
I
Well-
apologize. I have a hard time interrupting with Jeyce.
Oh, no,
You're
no,
fine.
you're fine, dude. You're not the only one that does this.
This is a sibling thing.
If Jace was Jace, Jesus Christ, if Jason wasn't working, he'd be in here too. Jason sits in.
It's just a sibling thing.
well, like
I talk for Jeyce.
yeah, Devlin does talk for me.
I don't even think the mics can hear you, so
No,
we're just talking to nobody. This is awesome.
exactly.
That's crazy. I mean, who was it? I think fucking Sheldon was telling me that he still actively takes Ritalin.
Mm-hmm.
Blew my fucking mind. I was like, they still allow that shit?
Yeah,
Keeps
methylphenidate.
him calm.
Have you seen him without it? Not good.
He starts 3 projects in one day and can't figure any of them
That's
out.
not abnormal for Sheldon.
No, but on Ritalin he can actually like focus on one project at a time.
That's strange because Ritalin did some fucked up shit to me when I was a kid. But
Yeah,
I was also a kid.
See, it's another one of the drugs though that not everyone should be on. It's a select group should be on it.
Sure. Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't know enough about how the brain works to where you can subscribe someone something and it makes sense. Sometimes you need to try like 2 or 3 different methods
Mm-hmm.
and figure out the right dosage for every person to get them to the point in which they can actually function on a normal level.
Oh, I lied. Something's picking you up. You're on the equalizer.
Oh, there we go.
But without, I mean, the humans as a race, we don't know how to. We can figure out our chemical balance,
Mm-hmm.
but we do not know how to mix that with the brain that we still don't
No.
understand.
So, a really fun thing's going on right now in pharmacy,
Uh-oh.
and it's leading to us seeing a lot of people's true like.
It scares me when
How
you
they
smile
react.
like that, just so you know.
Well, okay. So right now, there's a large amount of medications that are on back order
Oh.
because they're having issues getting the actual materials to make medication.
I actually think I heard about this recently, and I don't remember what medications they are.
So like Adderall's one of them.
Okay,
It's been on back order for about the last like 4 or 5 months now.
sure.
So like on occasion we'll get a bottle of 100 in, and that's it. And like I think our last one we got it was like 2 months ago, and we've been out for a while.
Hmm.
But like another one is like Percocet. It's on back order right now.
Good. 'Cause I don't feel strongly that a whole lot of people need pain meds that strong.
No, I've hurt myself really badly in the past. I tore a ligament in my knee, and I still took Tylenol just to get by.
I think, and it's merely one person's perspective, that I've watched a handful of people make the transition from that into other shit, you know? And watching that fall apart just sucks, dude. It sucks to witness.
It
And I'm a very firm believer. I don't take I take as little medication as possible.
Yeah, that's pretty much how everyone in pharmacy sees it too.
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of pill-based medication.
It's
for a lot of reasons.
a lot of ways that we look at it.
Yeah. Is
If
it?
I don't have to be on medication as a pharmacy technician, I don't want to be on anything.
Right.
If I don't have to absolutely take it, I'd rather do something else in order to better myself. Like, on occasion, I'll take my allergy pill just because it forces me to produce histamines.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll feel like shit for the next few days because my body is actually reacting to everything again.
Right.
Which I'm allergic to nature. So,
So I'm allergic to nature.
so just breathing, I feel like I'm dying.
There you go.
So, like, I don't try to take it too often because I don't really feel like I don't enjoy feeling like shit all the time.
Right.
So, like, as a pharmacy technician, I know what everything is.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of medications.
It's kind of a good mix that you aren't able to do the things that most people can,
Mm-hmm.
and that you understand the medications and what they do. You kind of have a very unique perspective because, like, I know because of my job, my body is strong
Yeah.
inside and out. Because I'm a laborer. I've been a laborer for fucking ever, you know. So I know that I'm strong. However, I still have joint pains and things caused by inflammation.
Yeah.
But you know why? Alcohol.
Yeah.
I can promise you, if I were to take a week off, man, my joints would feel better. I'm gonna bring it back. So listen, I'm not gonna take a week off. No, I'm kidding. But like having that realization, because I could totally fucking drug myself up.
Yeah, lots of people could.
Yeah, and I could totally fucking just start chomping down fucking ibuprofen and anti-inflammatories and just put some holes in there, fill them with alcohol, and keep this downhill slope going. What do you say?
That would kill your liver 20 years earlier.
Literally. And I think that having that accountability is hugely important for people who do engage in drinking or pasta, because pasta causes inflammation
pasta.
too.
I mean, I don't
Such a bad connection.
Hey.
think I'll ever take Vicodin again or more. Or,
Yeah, you
something
expressed
like
that on one of your episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I realize my addictive personality will take me over, and I can't do it.
So having that knowledge has got to be kind of cool.
So, like,
Do you feel like it's got to be like a privilege? I mean,
I do like if people are questioning, I can answer their questions. I can talk to them about whatever they need. If I don't know it, I know how to find the information I need. There's lots of sources out there to help.
right.
Like, I know the biggest one that I enjoy using is drugs.com. Really reliable site, by the way.
That's literally
Great.
it.
Drugs.com. They're amazing.
Boy, I did not see that going that way.
No, like, they have all information on almost pretty much every medication you can take. And
Drugs.com.
they'll go into depth about all the different... Nope. I still have some.
You're palming it like a fucking basketball.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Drugs.com.
Really reliable site. But if you ever have questions on anything, it's a good site to go and look at whatever medication you're on, stuff like that.
I feel like I should have more questions than I do, but for some reason I chose to. I don't know. Like even with like my mom,
Mm-hmm.
you think I'd have a fucking clue? I don't have any clue
No.
what she's on, nor do I have any interest to be.
Most people don't. Like, I know there's people that pick up for their parents,
Yeah.
and they're just like, I don't need to know what it is. Like, I don't need to know what it does.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to them. The doctor said so.
After the first time, when I was like 16 or 17, and we had to call the ambulance to come get her because she was a fucking vegetable.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I've had a really bad taste in my mouth about the whole medication thing.
Well, like, there's certain medications that are good for people who really need them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is stuff for that. Like, but there's certain things that you should be able to, that people need to realize that you can work towards. Like, high blood pressure, really easy to get down. Stay healthy. Work out. Eat better.
Stay healthy.
No, it's a thing. Like,
Yeah, I
there's
know, I
certain
believe
times
it.
when, like, my other technician I work with, she's going out next week to get her knee replaced, okay? But she had to get her blood pressure down. It was by, I think it was like 40. And the doctor's like, so I can put you on this medication. She's like, I'll eat healthy for a few weeks. I'll work out some. And she got it down in time.
She was like, no, I'm
by
good.
60 points. And they were like, holy crap, like, we didn't think you were going to do it. And she's like, no, I don't want to take shit. Like, there's no need for it.
Yeah, I definitely am a proponent of. I'm not saying be like fit and be like in shape and all that,
But like,
but you can do stuff.
yeah, it's not hard to get certain things fixed.
Right. It's not that difficult to be a little bit healthy.
Like, I was telling Devlin on the car right here, we had a patient come in, I think it was like last week or something, and he was talking about how proud he was that he finally lost some weight. He went from like 290 to 265. Really impressive thing. He did it by himself, no medication needed. But he looks like a really big guy right now.
Who?
One of our patients.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And so, like, while talking to him, he was like, well, like, I need to get down to, like, your size. How much do you weigh? And I chuckled. Because I weigh 285.
Right.
I don't look like I weigh 285.
No.
When I think of someone who weighs 285, I think of, like, a big guy. And
Yeah.
I'm not nearly as big as most people. So, like, when I told him that, he was like, holy crap.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Okay.
Like, it's an odd thing, but, like, during wrestling, I surprised our coach the first time I ever weighed in.
Mm-hmm.
Because 285 is the cutoff for heavyweight in high school.
Oh,
And I weighed in not an ounce over.
that's damn close.
And he was like, what the hell is this? You are not 285.
Yeah, I guess, sir.
Because the next guy that weighed in looked like he was 285, and he was like, he weighed in at 250.
No.
And our coach was like, that makes sense.
He's all fat.
Uh-huh. But that's like everyone I wrestled.
All fat.
Was all fat.
Okay.
And then I walk in there, and I'm taller than most of them, bit more lean. Like, I think only 2 times I fought a guy that was my size.
Mm-hmm.
And I kicked both their asses. So, like, I don't look my exact weight, which I kind of like.
Right.
But I have let myself get a little bigger after high school. Like, I think the lowest I was ever at in high school was 260. And I was in the middle of wrestling. I wasn't eating. I wasn't really drinking water because don't want to get too big.
Right.
So I was like, I felt terrible. Looked okay. But it wasn't a good me. It wasn't a good weight loss thing. That's always the joke I make in pharmacy, too. When they're like, oh, I'm going to go do this diet. I was like, oh, just do the wrestler's diet.
Yeah.
Just don't eat. Have some ice cubes if you really need water.
Yeah, don't fucking hydrate, though. I've always been, like, to be completely honest, and to put myself out there again, I've always been a little bit curious to see what kind of damage I could do if I stopped drinking for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You'll lose 25 pounds.
I would like to see it because I feel like my body feels like it would lean out real quick.
You lose 25 to 30 pounds in like 3 months.
My diet right now consists of 2 meal preps a day of 99% protein.
Okay.
So, in that with I do a physical job.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would just be curious.
Like,
I just haven't found myself curious enough to do it yet.
like, one of the things that we're all supposed to help with is proper, just diets in general.
Yeah.
Like, I took an entire course on dieting when I was doing my pharmacy school. So, like, dieting's a big thing that we're able to talk to people about. And, like, I was just making fun of Devlin the other day because his girlfriend was having some issues. And I was like, oh, it's probably low iron. And everyone told me I was wrong. Every single person.
Everybody told the pharmacist that he
told
was
me
wrong.
I was wrong.
Sweet.
Pharmacy tech, technically.
Oh, sorry.
And then she went and finally got tested, and they're like, oh yeah, she's got low iron. And I was like, from day one, I fucking told all of you.
You're like, this is awkward.
I was right.
Yeah.
Could have fixed this problem months ago.
Holy shit! It's like I know what I'm talking about.
Life is an Occam's razor.
Huh?
Occam's razor is the simplest path, or the simplest explanation is the most likely. So, for instance, if you're having a hard time, like shitting, it could just be because you're eating too much bread.
Hmm.
It's not because you have colon cancer.
Like,
Colon counts. It sounds exciting.
that's like when people go and they're like, so I typed these symptoms into Google.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying from this. We'll be like, no, you probably just have a minor cold. They're like, no, I'm dying. It's death. Like,
because WebMD said they have cancer?
WebMD said I'm dying.
Yeah.
You'd have to pass me one now.
Damn it. Well, before we get too much farther into this, I just want to know, just to get caught up on kind of where you're at now and and how you feel about your future and shit like that. Is it pharmacy tech? Is that something that's like long term? Do you want to move up in that field, or
you can be a pharmacy tech for your entire career? I quite like being a technician.
do you?
I do, because the way it works is that in pharmacies, the pharmacist holds all the responsibility.
Mhm.
If the tech messes up, it's on the pharmacist. So if the technician is getting jail time, the pharmacist also gets that jail time.
You said that so casually.
No, it's a thing. Like, if we accidentally just give the wrong drug, like it just gets dispensed on accident, and the patient dies, that goes back to the technician and the pharmacist.
Really?
But the pharmacist takes responsibility.
That doesn't scare you at all?
No. Because we're very thorough, thankfully.
Good.
We have like 9 things that check us before we dispense a medication.
Good.
But, like, every time we go through everything, if we get fined for some reason, because I can only be fined up to, I think it's $110,000. It was like the max fine I could get. Then, the pharmacist can get fined up to, I think it's like $600,000.
Oh my god.
And any crimes that we do is actually a federal crime.
$600,000
for the pharmacist. And then, like, when I first got hired, we had staff. There was like, it was 3 technicians and a pharmacist got caught stealing drugs from their store.
Oh, good.
And so it became a federal crime because anything medication related or pharmacy related is federal now. So they all went to a federal prison. The techs got, I think it was 5 years, but the pharmacist got 15.
Good God.
So, like, we're really regulated.
Mm-hmm.
And my pharmacy...
Sure seems that way.
My pharmacy loves the fact that I can't take anything. Because it's almost like there's no fear of me stealing.
Oh, dude, it's
I don't have any reason to do it.
It's job security for both parties.
So, like, I know that makes them happy at least. But, like, I'm nationally licensed, I'm Arizona licensed, and I'm licensed to compound, which means I can actually make the drugs.
So, ooh. Mm. Yeah, he can be in. He just opened the door.
He's inside.
He's a fucking asshole.
He's inside.
Goddamn podcast puppy doesn't know what the fucking deal is. That's crazy, man.
Well, like,
so if you guys move states, then you could work in another state?
I think it's most states I just need the national license for. But certain states, like, I think it's Texas, Arizona, California,
All the big
I think
ones.
New Jersey, I have to have the state license for.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, but my national license, I can work almost anywhere.
Damn, dude.
And then, if I do want to, I can become a pharmacist. But then again, I have to assume all that responsibility.
Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility.
Which, as a tech, you don't make nearly as much as a pharmacist.
Really?
A pharmacist makes so goddamn much money.
The deficit is that different?
Oh, it is a huge gap. Like, at least $50.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
So, like, I know, like, we were having an issue because one of my pharmacists has been working for our company for, like, I think it's like 22 years. And she was talking about how she now makes things like $78 an hour.
Jesus Christ.
But a new hire is now making $82 an hour. And we were like, what?
That's
Like,
it, folks. I'm going to be a pharmacist.
A lot of school.
I'm going to stop driving a tow truck and go be a pharmacist. A pharmacist with a podcast.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I'll fucking do it. I'm done with this.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like, they make a large amount of money, but then again, that's because they're assuming all that responsibility.
Yeah, if I got fined $500,000 for overpilling somebody, I'd be a little upset.
Uh-huh. So, like, there is fields I can go into that will make me more money. Like, eventually, I think I want to go into nuclear pharmacy.
Let me stop you right there, big guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Woo! We're going to need a little bit more of a delve into on that one.
So, nuclear pharmacy is the pharmacy that makes, like, cancer medications and
They
different
decided-
radiated medications.
Okay, so it's literally nuclear.
Yeah. So, the issue with nuclear, though, is that when you get hired, you get 2 insurances. An insurance just in case you die in the job,
You get a cancer insurance too.
and a
Awesome.
cancer insurance.
I want one of these.
And so, you make a lot more money. But they just had an issue a few years ago where it was like 80% of people that worked in nuclear got cancer and were dying from it. So, they had to go and change how everything was done.
Is the revision correct now?
It's still risky as fuck.
It's still not the greatest,
Like,
but I
my
want to try it.
my new pharmacy manager just came from nuclear.
Oh my god!
And he said the amount of times he's had needle sticks. And once you get stuck with a needle in nuclear pharmacy, you have to go, and I think it's a 4-hour wait to make sure that you're not going to die.
Perfect.
And then you're radiated for the next about 8 to 12 hours. And like they have a lot of different systems set up, so that way alarms go off when it shows that there's radiation leaving the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said that every time someone got stuck, you would hear the beeping, and they have to get checked. And you'd hear more beeping as they go through the next door, and they have to get checked again.
Awesome.
And he's like, yeah, it was really shitty whenever a needle stuck happened. But it's constant because you're always doing preparation. You're always... something tends to happen. And no matter how much PPE you put on, needles are sharp.
Yeah,
They go through gloves.
They don't stop for anything.
No. It sucks.
Yeah.
And so I eventually want to go into nuclear. But they tell you a lot of the times that before you do, if you want to have a family, you want to have kids, start that beforehand. Because there's a chance that the radiation will allow you not to have kids later on.
Maybe I should go into this. I don't think I need to reproduce. No more kids for me.
But like you make a lot more money in nuclear because once again you're taking that risk.
It's super early, but are you trying to have kids?
I do want to have kids.
Okay.
At some point I want to start a family. But that's what kind of like I'm waiting before I go and I get my licensing for that.
Right.
Because like, I think there's 4 courses I got to do before I get my nuclear license. And one of them's like nuclear waste training.
Jesus Christ, it's harder than getting your fucking CDL.
It's a lot.
Good
it's
God.
Like at least another year of school minimum. And as a technician, a lot of the stuff I'll be doing is I'll just be preparing stuff for the pharmacist. I won't be doing too much of the actual compounding myself.
That's good.
Like, I'm technically trained in IV preparation, which you normally get trained in hospital for that. It's like a 2-year program before they actually let you do it for patients.
Are you trained in phlebotomy?
I'm not.
At all?
Nope. I don't do any... Like, even now, I think it was last year, they just allowed for technicians to give immunizations.
Yeah, and that's why I asked. Because I saw recently that you can go to certain branches with people that are certified to do.
Like, we have one of our techs, she's certified in immunizations.
Right, and that's a shot.
And I have a thing with needles.
I've
I've had a lot of different issues
found
in
a
my
flaw.
life. I hate needles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't physically stick someone, and I actually tried going through the training for it, because it's like a $4 raise. But I just couldn't, like, I would get there, and I would just freeze up, I would have panic, I would...
I'm telling you, guys should just call me. You can stick me all day, I'm good.
But I just couldn't do it.
Okay.
And so, like, as much as I would love the $4 raise,
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to actually stab someone with a needle.
You know what's fucked up? Between donating plasma as long as I did, and being a barbecue connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna fluff a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with the feeling or on either end.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Because I stick meat and I get stuck too, and
Like, I'm willing to be stuck with a shot if I need something. Or, like,
but you don't like the
I hate...
the doing.
I can't
it.
look at it.
Okay.
I will have to look away. I will distract myself by talking more. I'll do anything to keep my mind from it.
What in the fuck are you doing, honestly?
Having fun hopping around.
What's
couch
the
to
game
couch.
plan here?
Trying to be part of the conversation.
Oh god, him and Devlin are having a fucking Mexican standoff right now.
We've been doing this all day.
Alright.
The goddamn dog distracted us again. Yeah, I don't know. I used to have a problem like
Mm-hmm.
Swear to fucking God, my phone does not stop. I used to have a problem, like, being stuck and, like, seeing my own blood and seeing my own wounds and shit like that.
Like, I will say that's the thing. I am fine of blood. It drives my pharmacist crazy, because we do have, on occasion, something will happen and the pharmacy will get called for it. Like, if someone at our work gets injured or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're, like, the medical trained people there.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it was last week we had someone dislocate a finger.
You're
So...
at the pharmacy?
No, it's in our... Because it's technically in the store. Is my pharmacy.
Okay, so this happened at a Walgreens?
It's Albertsons.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Somebody dislocate... Never mind.
It got caught in the carts.
You have the same lazy eye.
And so I got... And so they were like, hey, can any of you pop it back in place? And I was like, I can do that.
Did you?
Yeah, I've dislocated all my fingers, a shoulder, a knee. I'm pretty used to popping stuff back in.
My shoulder pops in and out.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore, but it used to.
Jason and I have popped so many.
I got one digit that I haven't dislocated right now.
Which is perfect.
Yeah, I know, right?
The middle finger's still intact. I'm glad to see it.
So something that I deal with is like, I fucked up this finger, and it
Which one?
this one, it doesn't go out all the way. So when I'm driving and shit, it makes it really fucking weird because it doesn't stick out. It doesn't go here.
Yeah, it's just kind of off.
Yeah, it's just off.
Mine, yeah, this one. Something's wrong. I don't know. I have to hold it here.
Like, I do have some issues, because, like, I got nerve damage in high school. So, like, my pinky goes a bit farther. I have not the greatest amount of feeling in my hand.
Yeah.
But, like,
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's the puppy.
He's distracting.
But, yeah.
That's fucking insane.
We're there to kind of be, like, the first people that, if we can help something with anyone there, then...
Also a fucked up responsibility. You better be getting paid good, dude.
It's okay. It's
You're
nothing
an
worse.
EMT, a therapist, possible
I do
counselor,
have
not
my,
to be confused with therapist.
Yep, I have my basic life support stuff done. I have to renew that every, I think it's 2 years.
Was that for like CPR and shit
Yeah,
like
CPR and all that.
that? Really? You're trained in that bullshit too?
Yeah, well, that's because, like, if we give a shot to someone and they pass out,
Oh yeah, that's fair.
like, it's a lot of things.
I didn't know this fucking much went into. God damn, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in our job.
It's a lot of bullshit.
And then, like, the thing I specialize in my job, which, as much as I hate it, I specialize in insurance issues. So, like, I'll be in the pharmacy and we're trying to bill insurance, and I'll be the one that has to go in and do all the different codes. I have to go and argue with them pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of fucking paperwork.
It's a lot, and I hate it,
Yeah,
but
that's probably
my pharmacy manager sucks at insurance.
you're probably following the money on that one.
I do have to go and look at everything. I have to figure out if they got it at another place earlier, if the...
Well, I mean the pay too.
It's not really... It's technically already part of my job is insurance issues.
Oh my god, you guys gotta
So
deal with
they
that shit
include
too.
that, yeah.
Fuck this.
Like, a lot of this is included in our actual job description, so it's like, sadly, no extra for all of it.
Jesus Christ, sounds like absolute shit.
Yeah, there's a reason that a lot of people leave pharmacy.
Yeah. Now I
And-
understand why the people that I do know that were in pharmacy field were fucking depressed all the time.
Yeah. Like, a lot of... There's a fun fact. A lot of people that leave pharmacy, like, as technicians, tend to become drug addicts down the road.
Yeah, weird. Makes sense.
Just due to coping.
I thought it was just counting pills.
It's a lot of annoying things.
God damn it.
Like, I do think I'm going to stick with it. As much as our field is changing right now. Like, due to immunizations and COVID and all that,
Mm-hmm.
messed up a lot of things in our field.
Oh, I'm sure.
Added a
dude.
lot of things to it.
Yeah.
Like, immunizations was never a thing that we did, really. Like, a flu shot on occasion. But now it's like, oh, we do shingles, flu, travel vaccines, pneumonia, COVID, whatever you need, we got pretty much.
Well, like I said, I certainly hope you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
That's a no.
Like, it's not the great... Actually, Arizona's probably one of the worst states for pharmacy technicians.
What a fucking wild bunch,
It's like,
dude. Like,
us, New Mexico, I think Utah are the worst 3 states to be a pharmacy tech in. Just our pay is terrible.
isn't it crazy? he doesn't really deal with people or things.
Mm-hmm.
He just deals with parts. So
Yeah.
he's kind of, but
I'm blocked off from the customer, and I'm so happy about it.
Like, there's many different pharmacy things you can do. I prefer retail because I actually like to help the people.
you like people?
I like to help the people.
He's like, whoa.
There's certain people I don't
Easy
like.
with your verbiage there, bud.
There's a lot of rough people out there.
Yeah. I just think it's super interesting that we're all, in the same family, and we all experience 3 completely different fucking views.
There's many different dynamics going to everything.
Dude, it's pretty wild. And that, at the end of the day, we're all just the same simple people.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking different. Just a little ending perspective,
Yeah.
I definitely would not have seen you going to be a farm. I really honestly don't even know what you fucking would have done otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty good at talking to people. That's about it. I can talk for a while if needed.
Interesting. Well, how'd you enjoy yourself? Did you?
Yeah, I quite like this.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Did you do it again?
probably.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the list. I have Santana's on the docket. My other nephew from a
Oh, there
different
we go.
father. He'll be on soon. He's already agreed to be on, so I'm gonna hold his little ass to that.
Hell yeah.
I didn't realize up until doing this how many people I'm in contact with.
Quite a few. Like,
A
you never
lot.
think about it until...
No. I don't talk to a lot of people actively, but there's a lot of people that I can associate
Yes.
with.
There's a lot of different lives out there.
Yeah, and they're all equally interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I learned a lot about you today, and that's super cool. I remember the first time Devlin came on, I immediately dissected his fucking attitude. I was like, I gotta know something. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
And he gave me fucking upfront answer, and I was like, motherfucker, that's great.
Very truthful.
I
That's all
kind of
you gotta
fucking
be.
love it. Yeah.
That was the whole podcast.
Oh, I loved it, dude. That was dissecting who he is and why he is was like, it's like, well, this is supposed to be not that exciting, but that was great.
No, it's just hearing about people's lives is always an interesting thing.
There always is,
Hearing
man.
about the day-to-day, hearing...
Yeah,
Like, it's just crazy to talk to people and just be like, so, what makes you you?
right. And it also has brought me an entirely new perspective, because when it comes down to it, I really honestly, even people that are close to me, it makes me feel like I really don't honestly know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's as you learn more things that you never realized.
Yeah. Like, I know you guys on a level,
And,
but I don't fucking actually, like I said, this is the first time we've actually ever
like, had a heart-to-heart kind of deep conversation.
any conversation really to that regard. So it's super cool to me.
That's just because of the fact that everyone's in their own little head, in their own little world.
Uh-huh.
And doesn't realize that there's a lot of other things going on, and everybody's in their own little head, in their own little world.
Yeah, I
And
think
it takes a little bit of perspective to actually, or a little bit of like insight to give someone the time to explain themselves, and that's what this podcast does.
it is. And then you asked me, while you and I were talking, is that where this started? And to elaborate a little bit more, kind of where it started was, I want to be able to understand and conversate. I want to understand why this person is who I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's totally fair. I feel like everybody's story is equally as important, and I feel like it's only fair if there's something about somebody that you don't like,
Yeah, you
then
get,
wouldn't it be reasonable to ask them why?
you got to kind of figure out why they're like how they
Right.
are.
And that perspective, you never know, might just change your life.
Yeah.
Uh,
Keep doing this, you're gonna find that one psychopath that's just like, yeah, I just chose this.
yeah,
I like being this way.
I wake up every day and I choose violence.
Yeah,
As
a good
much as I
family, and
can.
I chose to not give a fuck.
So, as this podcast goes on and as it gets deeper and more episodes and time goes on, I feel like my direction will veer slightly, and the truth will come out. I like the fact that it's manifesting its own thing.
Yeah.
People come on here and air what they want to air, and I'm cool with that. So it's got its own face. It's not fully developed yet, but
It's getting there.
It's headed there. So I appreciate you coming on.
No problem.
I've been asking you about this for a long time.
Yes.
So today just happened to work out fucking well where I got both of you.
Yes, it did.
And I'll be up your ass about coming back on.
Okay.
So is there anything you want to plug? Anybody, anything?
No, I'm good.
No social media?
No.
No interest? All right. my other nephew, Jeyce Jessup.
Yep.
Well, as always, give everybody a like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Do what you do and listen. Keep listening. Video will be available soon. Any questions, comments, concerns, or anybody that you want to talk to, me versus me, info@gmail.com. Don't hesitate to comment. Your input is wanted and needed.
Yeah, ask questions. Let's do this.
We love you.